It's amazing how quickly you get used to things, isn't it? Welcome to Gemstone Tarot, where the magic mouse has finally run out of charge. I think it's lasted about 6 weeks without me charging it. I'm loving the magic mouse. So yeah, if you see me leaning over, it's because I have to actually manually press the button on the computer myself. I know. Weekend reading. God only knows what the date is. Something like the 18th of March, 19th, 20th of March. Let me have a look. I think it's the 19th. Oh, how gorgeous. 19th and 20th, and here in the Northern Hemisphere, spring. Swing for spring. It is the spring equinox. Sun enters Aries. I love it. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, good. We'll take it. Lovely. Okay, let's have a couple of facts from Scott Matthews. 1200 fun, random and interesting facts to win trivia. I'm always going to find that title a bit of a mouthful. And we're doing food. Speaking of a mouthful, as the actress said to the bishop. Okay, Pizza Hut has unveiled, I don't know if I've done this before, I hope not, the world's first working DJ turntable made from a pizza box in the United Kingdom. That does not surprise me. It was created alongside Cambridge-based printed electronics firm Navalia. When you unfold the box, you can play music. Like that. Maybe a bit better than that. In 1996, McDonald's opened their first ski-through fast food restaurant in Sweden. People can actually ski up to the counter, order food and ski off. It's called McSki. Is anybody in Sweden? Can you verify that? Oh my God, I can't even think what that would mean. Potato Parcel is a company based in Canada that will send a potato with a message written on it for anyone you want. For just $10, they will print anything you want from "Congrats on the baby" to "I still love you." In Vienna, there is an orchestra that only performs with instruments fabricated from vegetables. It's called Vegetable Orchestra and has specially made instruments which utilise a wide range of vegetables to produce exceptional, unique sounds. I have to see, there's got to be a YouTube on that somewhere. There has got to be a YouTube on that. Double or Muffin is a muffin shop located in San Francisco. Give me a shout out if you're in San Francisco. I always wanted to go to San Francisco. That will double your muffin order for free if you flip a coin and it lands on heads. Is that true? Have you been there? Did it land on heads? Okay, we're having a couple of cards. What are we having? Where has it gone? I don't know what I did with the... Oh, there it is. Hang on. I'm having one of those weeks in terms of technology and stuff. Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. There's loads of, I don't know if it's dander. I think it is, like in the air, there's just loads of swing dander blowing around in the window like this, which is really sweet. We have Shamanic Healing Oracle cards, Michelle A. Motuzas. I like these, they're so plain looking, but still good. And remember, we don't have any book or accompanying leaflet to go with them. I know. So we're diving in. Last time I think we had the eagle and you, oh, hello. You identified it, which was great. Today we have, oh, cripes. Okay, good, I can get that. Stripping Illusions. I'm going to put that, I'm going to have two more. I'm going to make a triangle. Then I'm going to use a bit of Lightseer's Tarot, I think. That one. Yeah. Oh gosh, we've got 4. How did that happen? Okay, we'll go with that. In fact, we're going to have 5 because it makes a cross. We're flying by the seat of our pants, people. And they're coming out in a really strange way. Okay, nice. So, stripping illusion. Then in the middle, oh, I see, we have struggle. We've got this fish trying to swim upstream. And I get that. That is a struggle. And it's also something we can do as humans, isn't it? Where we persist with an illusory kind of plan, I suppose, and we just keep hammering away at it. I think we talked about this, I can't remember when it was, but we talked about, it might have been in one of the monthly readings, about the Einstein thing. You know, when people, when you're being human and you're just hammering away and you're doing something again and again, and then some smartass in the pub or wherever will always go, oh, no, don't you know, it's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And you think, and I always think, maybe you don't think, I always think, no, it's the definition of being human. That's what you do. That's how we barge our way through things most of the time. Sometimes we're really clever and we work it out in advance, and bully for us, hurrah, you know. But let's face it, a lot of the time, we're that, aren't we? You know, some days it's that. It just is that. It's a fish. I mean, you're lucky there's some water some days, that you're not a fish struggling up a hill, you know, trying to make it on the earth. It's sometimes just you have to do the same thing over and over again because you can't think of anything else just yet. And that's okay. For a while, it's just a spell, isn't it, of time. Or it's just a phrase, as my granddad used to say, just a phrase. And I think the time when you can relax and think this is just a phrase is the time when it loosens its grip and suddenly you find that the current changes. Because it's not all about you, and it's not all about every meticulous part of your plan. And it's not even about being logical and saying, well, I ought to take a different approach to this because doing the same thing time and time again is never going to work. It's not always about that either. Sometimes you've got to wait for the current to change. You know, it's the universe too. It takes two to tango, as it were. Okay. We have perception. How you perceive things makes a big difference. From one day to the next, the same circumstances can be perceived in a completely different way. You can feel like you have everything, you can feel like you have nothing. And, you know, it was said, where was it? Oh my God. I watched this program. Let me know if anybody else watches it. Sweet Magnolias, okay? Guilty pleasure. Do it after I've done a few readings and I think, got to put my feet up. Bit of Sweet Magnolias. And Woman in Sweet Magnolias quoted a Shakespeare, and I always quote it wrong. No good and bad, only thinking makes it so. And that's what we're talking about with perception. And again, you can't always do this. You can't always think, I'm going to think positive all day long, and then you do. But you can do it sometimes. And some days you don't even have to make the effort because the current's changed and you just feel positive all day for no reason at all. And the converse is true. Okay, what I feel this is coming towards, which isn't on the table, but I feel it is acceptance. Underneath we have teaching. I feel that teaching is learning as well, and that the struggle is the teaching with this. And then we also have, nice, transformation. This is some kind of, I suppose you could call it paradigm. It feels like a sort of undulating shift. So in other words, we're not shifting in a linear way where we just go, we're going from A to B, or we're going from A to D, or A to G, or whatever it is. We're kind of lolloping in an undulating fish going up a hill kind of a struggle. But actually, it's not half bad. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not half bad. Let's have, what do I want? I'm going to do a couple of angel therapy cards, methinks. Oh, yes. Okay, we get Archangel Raphael. Now, I'm not brilliant on archangels, has to be said. It's not my sort of area of expertise. I don't know if anybody has an archangel area of expertise, but it certainly isn't mine. But I'm kind of fond of, you know, Archangel Raphael is my sort of, my go-to after Archangel Michael. You know, it's plan B. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. And I feel like actually that is quite in keeping with this reading. So whatever your particular relationship is, and it can be anything, do something towards that, okay? Solar plexus chakra. Somewhere around here, speaking, resonance of breath, what else do they call it? Vagus nerve, all that kind of stuff. Parasympathetic nervous system. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. And the God box, good old God box. I struggle with this one a bit. Let me know what you think of this. Write any worries, concerns or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box, as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. You can adapt that one for your own kind of ease. Sometimes, you know, it's a bit like when I used to watch Blue Peter. Did you ever watch Blue Peter? I think it was only in the UK, but I'm not sure. And they used to get you, as kids, you'd be all agog watching it. And then someone would say, you can make this space station out of mum's old fairy liquid box and a cereal thing and some toilet roll holder, you know, the inside of a toilet roll. And then you'd go and beg it off your mum and sit there crying with a load of like crap sellotape, because they always had sticky back sellotape on there. It'd be like, just put some sticky back sellotape, which was never going to happen. You'd have the crap sellotape, go like that, couldn't even pull it off the thing, burst into tears and then kick the you-know-what out of it. Or maybe that was just me. Okay, I actually felt that coming. Just a second. Hopefully the camera won't switch off. And I think we all know why I'm reaching for my tiara. Yes. I felt this one coming, as the actress said to the bishop. And it's been a while, crocodile. Yes. We get miracles, baby. Miracles come in all shapes and sizes, and sometimes they're tiny weeny and quite banal, but there's a feel for them, and I've got it today, which is really nice. So I don't know how that's going to come along, but rest assured it's there, okay? So dust off your tiara, leave me a comment, and I will see you soon. Namaste.